Taking breaks makes the mind clearer. When legs are properly crossed, energy flow will rise, which also makes you more alert. Dudjom Rinpoche used to say that a beginner should practice in short sessions. Practice for 4 or 5 minutes and then take a short break of just 1 minute. Taking a short break of just 1 minute doesn't mean moving around, but to sit there without using any meditation method. Let go of the method, but don't let go of your mindfulness altogether. Your mindfulness is still there. Although you are not using a meditation method, your mindfulness may be even clearer. Sometimes when you have been struggling to practice, curiously, the very moment when you take a break from the method, if you are still mindful and present, is the moment when meditation actually happens. This is because when you are struggling to practice meditation, you may have attachment and constantly seek to enter meditative state. However, when you take a break and let go of the method, your attachment stops too. At that moment, true mindfulness arises, free from any attachments. This is why the break is just as important a part of meditation as the sitting itself. In other words, during meditation, we shouldn't constantly use the method. Instead, we should take regular breaks, use it for 5 minutes and then take a break. Don't cling to the method, but take breaks from it. However, even when the method is paused, your mindfulness is not paused. Let's take swimming as an analogy. When you swim, you start with paddling strongly, but when you stop paddling, you stretch your arms and legs, floating forward effortlessly. Competent swimmers know exertion and relaxation. When you need to exert, you do so, but when you don't need to, you relax completely with hands and legs fully straightened, and your body will drift forward spontaneously and swiftly. Exert when necessary and relax otherwise. Non-swimmers tend to thrash around, and before long they are choked by water. They struggle in the water, kick their legs, and use their hands to desperately grab at anything and end up crying for help. A competent swimmer only makes necessary movements. He makes a strong forward stroke and then relaxes his arms and legs completely. Then the body floats forward spontaneously without further effort. For non-swimmers, as long as you are not afraid, you can float by simply pressing down on water. The body will float spontaneously. There is no need to punch water desperately. Pressing down on water when you are about to sink is all it takes to keep you afloat. If your body is allowed to take breaks, you can swim any distance. Similarly, legs rest alternately during walks and are therefore not exhausted. Likewise, we should take breaks during meditation. We need to alternate between using the method and letting go of the method. Sometimes I tell students who are having problems with their practice to practice during the break and take a break during their meditation. Please remember this. What is meditation? If you are practicing mindful breathing, then your meditation is mindful breathing. After a period of practice, take a break while maintaining mindfulness. The next step is to be mindful during meditation. Let's take the meditation on multiplicity as an example. Meditate for a while and then take a break while abiding in the state of mind that was just cultivated. Meditate that the body is composed of multiple parts, including the aggregates of form, feeling, perception, etc., one by one. Then take a break and let your mind rest. Pause your meditation and rest your mind briefly in the sense of multiplicity. When the sense of multiplicity fades away, start to meditate again. You can meditate on impermanence, the arising and ceasing of aggregates moment by moment. After meditating for a while, take another break and abide in the post-meditation state of mind. This is because after meditation, your attachment and tendency to perceive things as real will dissipate, so that you can rest in the state of mindfulness. Hence, it is said, practice during the break. What does it mean to practice during the break? It means when your mind is free from attachments, you are resting, whether you are lying down or sitting. When you meditate, instead of thinking, I'm going to meditate, think, I'm going to rest, and then sit and relax. Since you are resting, you are certainly relaxed, as if you are lying down. When you put away all your thoughts, you can begin your meditation. If you sit there nervously, constantly thinking about something like, when will I enter meditation? When will I? Being attached to your meditation, you won't be able to enter the right state. That's why it's recommended to practice during the break. Only when your mind settles down can you enter the meditative state and attain mindfulness. And what about taking a break during meditation? It means don't constantly use the method if mindfulness is attained. Take a break from meditation. Stop practicing, relax, and abide in the post-meditation state. Hence, it's called taking a break during meditation. Progress will be swift when you alternate practice and rest. Bear this in mind to progress quickly. Sit for a short time, then take a break. Take a very short break of about 30 seconds or a minute, but be mindful of whatever you do. Remain mindful when resting. The so-called mindfulness means right attention. Mindfulness arises only when you pay attention according to the reality. Don't lose your presence and its natural ease. Then alert yourself and sit again. For example, when meditating on no self, after mindfulness arises, you can take a break. That is, rest your mind. Moments later, you can resume your meditation, because when the mind is at rest, ego reappears and attachments return. This is inevitable, as our strong ego grasping has been deeply rooted since beginningless time. Therefore, we need to alternate between practices and breaks to make swift progress. You cannot meditate all the time. You won't be able to bear it. Constant meditation is too intense that your body will be exhausted very soon. Your mind will run away and you will lose your mindfulness. You cannot constantly engage in meditation. You need to take a break after a meditation session so as to maintain mindfulness. If you do many short sessions like this, your breaks will often make your meditation more real. True meditative state may arise when you relax and rest. In fact, when meditating, you are engaging in analytical meditation, whereas when you take a break, you may abide in stabilizing meditation. It's best to carry out these two types of meditation alternately. Your breaks will often make your meditation more real and more inspiring. They will take the clumsy, irksome rigidity out of your practice. Why do you feel rigid when sitting? Because you are trying to meditate, and the more you try, the more attached you become. You are not sure how to correctly apply the method, and your mind wanders restlessly. This indicates that you don't even know how to use the method. Here it says irksome rigidity. Because you don't know how to relax during meditation, your mind becomes rigid and tense. Rigidity, solemnity, and unnaturalness. Our mind will end up being clumsy. If you know how to rest, meditation will bring you more and more focus and ease. Because when you relax, your mind becomes more focused and settled. Gradually, through this interplay of breaks and sitting, the barrier between meditation and everyday life will crumble. In daily life, you can apply the same approach. Before engaging in any task, take a moment to bring up mindfulness, meditate, relax, and then begin the task. Before doing anything, meditate to bring up your mindfulness. This is called meditation. Meditation may take only a few seconds, 10 or 20 seconds before you carry out daily activities. This incorporates mindfulness into your daily life. In this way, meditation will gradually be an integral part of your daily life. Meditation is not limited to sitting there. Wherever you go, you can always be mindful and then carry out your task. Your mind will become tranquil, focused, open and spacious. You no longer see or look for others' faults because your mind abides in its own state. Whoever you see, you are filled with loving kindness and joy. Loving kindness is a kind of happiness. You wish to bring happiness to all beings. First, you need to be happy. If you are not happy yourself, how can you wish others to be happy? The so-called loving kindness is about cultivating inner peace and joy. By radiating this positive energy, you share your joy with others, and their moods also brighten. This is spreading loving kindness. With boundless loving kindness, all beings close to you are influenced by your loving kindness, and they too become kind and compassionate. As their loving kindness arises, you mutually influence one another in a state of harmony and joy. There are no barriers in your hearts, as everyone is filled with loving kindness. Among fellow practitioners, it's common to maintain loving kindness. When facing sentient beings, our compassion may arise. When we see beings in suffering, great compassion will spontaneously arise. Among fellow practitioners with common pursuit and understanding on the spiritual path, our loving kindness mutually influences one another. Loving kindness is magnetic and positive. It's different from compassion, which may bring about tears. Loving kindness and mutual influence among fellow practitioners bring about unity. Because when you see a fellow practitioner, your loving kindness arises. Similarly, when they see you, their loving kindness also arises. This brings joy and comfort. When both of you are cultivating loving kindness towards each other, there are no barriers in your hearts. When loving kindness is cultivated, boundless joy arises simultaneously, which is mutual rejoicing. As you both have loving kindness, resonate with each other, and feel happy for each other, boundless joy and boundless loving kindness arise. Of course, during this time, we should also cultivate boundless equanimity. Otherwise, mutual attachment will be a problem. The 4 boundless qualities should be cultivated daily, and it's pretty interesting to integrate them into daily life. In daily life, take a moment to cultivate the 4 boundless qualities before collaborating with fellow practitioners. This is a form of rest. Work can be rest, while meditation is a practice in daily life. If you are finding faults in others, you should immediately repent and cultivate loving kindness, joy, and equanimity. Equanimity calls for wisdom. Use wisdom to cultivate boundless equanimity. Boundless equanimity is wisdom. Without wisdom, boundless equanimity won't arise. We should eliminate attachment and anger towards sentient beings. This practice calls for wisdom. During meditation, you can cultivate boundless equanimity towards the person you are attached to and meditate on no self. Since there is no self or other, attachment naturally dissolves. Therefore, boundless equanimity requires the wisdom of no self. At this point, the boundary between meditation and daily life gradually fades away. The contrast between them will dissolve, and you will find yourself increasingly in your natural pure presence without distraction. You live your daily life as if you are in meditation. Life is meditation, and meditation is life, so it's called living meditation. Some people claim to practice living meditation. However, this is not easy. It should be noted that this meditation is not in the same category as the Zen tradition or attaining enlightenment. It's about practicing meditation in daily life. Living meditation means integrating meditation into your daily life and living your life as a meditative practice. This explanation is better. When discussing living meditation with others, you can explain it in this manner. This is what living meditation is about. Don't make it sound too lofty, like attaining enlightenment, which is impossible. Of course, the great Zen masters did practice the highest level of living meditation. However, that is currently beyond our reach. Our living meditation may be at a lower level, but it's very useful and effective. We should practice the living meditation that suits our faculties. With strong ego grasping and low realization, how can we engage in Zen practice or seek enlightenment? That would be deceiving yourself, which is useless. We should practice what is useful in our daily life. That is mindfulness. You can frequently integrate mindfulness into your daily life by taking regular breaks. Put your tasks aside and take a break from your life, and then meditate to bring up mindfulness before continuing with your tasks. This is living at meditation, regularly cultivating mindfulness in our daily life. In daily life, there are many occasions for solitude, such as while commuting, walking, brushing your teeth, using the restroom, and washing your face. Even when putting on your makeups, as many women do, you can look into the mirror and meditate. While applying makeup, you can meditate on impurity, multiplicity, and impermanence. This is what living meditation is about. It's impossible to attain enlightenment under such circumstances. Truly enlightened beings, like great masters, did practice living meditation at the highest level. However, that is beyond our reach for now. We should practice step by step. The next topic, meditation in action, is probably about this. Let's discuss it tomorrow.